Hey, everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Angela. I'm a full time voiceover artist and audiobook narrator, and my channel is dedicated to those of you that are just getting started out in this wonderful world of voiceover. And through my channel, I share with you some techniques I use every day in my own voiceover business, and I answer your questions. So today I wanted to answer a question I got recently, and that was what kind of voiceover work do I do most? And what do I recommend that you get started with if you want to get into voiceovers? So that's what we're going to talk about today. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it. Okay, so I was asked, what kind of voiceovers do I do most? And to answer that question, I have to say that in the very beginning, I tried everything. I wanted to get into voiceovers, no matter what kind, and I tried a little bit of everything. I should say that I started out with audiobooks and then I kind of branched out into trying everything because what I had learned in my own research phase before I got into voiceovers was that I wanted to see what kind of voiceovers there were and what kind I could do, right, with what my current skill set was. And I'll get a little bit more into that a little bit later. But so I started with audiobooks and then I started to try some IVR phone messages. And then I got into character work and then I got into e-learning, which I really enjoy. And then I got into meditation, which I did really well with. And then I tried a few other things. I did a couple of dubbing orders and couple of commercials and a couple of video games. And what I have found is that I prefer long form narration because I have more of a chance to be myself, I think. And it turns out that what I have also learned throughout this process is that what I am hired for the most is what is called your money voice, right? What you do most often, what you're hired for most often, will indicate what you're better suited for. So for me, long form narration is what I do most of. And that is a pretty broad umbrella of things. So if you think about it, there's a lot of types of voiceover that require, maybe hours of work or, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hours of work. And that could be, of course, audiobooks. That is e-learning and tutorials. If you watched any workplace safety type videos at your job or any tutorials on YouTube, any how-tos on how to use a specific product or equipment, that sort of thing, those are all e-learning. Um, Meditation, affirmation, some meditations can be 5 minutes, some meditations are a good hour long, depending on, the pauses and the word count and all of that stuff. And then there's also video narration, which is, I guess more or less could be e-learning, but I guess if you're into like YouTube video narration, that would be different. But they are different than the shorter types of voiceover, like commercial reads and phone system IVR. Although some IVRs can be pretty long if or large if you have like a big phone tree to narrate. So I guess I do better with the longer form stuff versus short commercial type reads. And I think I've learned that a lot of my fellow VOs prefer the shorter things so they can just kind of do one after the other. But I don't. I like to be more involved. I like to take my time. I like to have the time to really narrate out these pieces and edit them. And that's what I'm hired to do most is the longer form stuff. So that is what I prefer. And there's also PowerPoint narration. There's also maybe animation in video games where there's a lot of dialogue. So I guess there's a lot of stuff that falls under that long form narration umbrella. But again, if you want to get into voiceovers, I recommend that you try a little bit of everything because you never know what you're going to A, enjoy, and B, your clients will tell you what your voice is better suited for because they will hire that particular type of voiceover from you time and time again, especially if you start to have a lot of repeat clients that come back to you time and time again for the same type of voiceover. And along with learning all of these different types of voiceovers, you then start to broaden your skill set with all of these other types of skills that you then in turn can offer to other people under the voiceover umbrella or audio visual umbrella. And what I mean by that is that if you start to get into video narration, for example, and a client wants you to match or sync the voiceover to the video, and then in turn, you might have to edit the video a little bit to get to match everything up properly according to the script and where they want everything, because the timings won't be exact from script to visual representation or the video. And then you might learn how to massage the video a little bit. You might learn some video editing tricks. And then there's also PowerPoint narration. If you learn how to narrate PowerPoints, you might need to learn to manipulate animations and timing in a PowerPoint. Maybe you're proficient enough to create PowerPoints for your clients. If you narrate audiobooks and produce audiobooks, if you know how to edit an audiobook and get that audiobook, the audio to the audiobook standards, meaning the file requirements, the RMS, the noise floor, all of that stuff, if you know how to do that proficiently, you can in turn offer your editing skills to other audiobook narrators that might be stuck in a hard place between a couple books and they don't have time to edit a book. You can offer your services for editing audiobooks. If you know how to create video, not just edit video, but create video, if you know how to loop video footage, you could offer your services in creating meditation videos along with your meditation narration. So, as you go along and you try all of these new things, you start to acquire all of these new skills that you and then, on top of your voiceover narration, offer to your clients or to other voiceover artists or to other, video editors that might need some help. Or if you know how to edit and mix music, right? Or sound effects, you could get into podcast editing. There's a lot of things that you can offer under the voiceover audio visual umbrella other than just voiceover. So that is one of the ways that I was able to get to where I am now is by going out and trying new things, learning new skills, and then offering those skills to other people. So I guess don't just limit yourself to just voiceover. Learn some new things and, there's a lot of things that you could use in conjunction with your voiceovers or offer rather in conjunction with your voiceovers or just offer as a standalone gig. Again, with all of the different types of voiceovers there are, and to list them out quickly, you have meditations, affirmations, sleep stories, which are very, very popular right now. There's a lot of YouTube channels right now that are offering meditation, ASMR, sleep stories. If you've ever seen the app Calm, those kinds of things are very relaxing and very, very popular right now, just about everywhere, not just YouTube. There's video narration, like again, for YouTube narration or for like how to tutorial type of things. There's e learning, which is, I guess, a part of video narration, depending on if it's a video tutorial or it could just be audible, right? There's audiobook voiceover. There's, of course, commercial voiceover when you're just voicing something for a radio commercial or a TV commercial. There's IVR or telephony, which is phone messages or phone trees, for sales, press one, that sort of thing. There's animation, there's video game character narration, there's dubbing, PowerPoint narration. There's a lot of different facets or genres or types of voiceover work that you can offer. But again, don't limit yourself to just one of those categories. And speaking of categories, there's probably dozens of categories beneath each one of those different types of voiceovers to get, into particular little sub niches of voiceover. And I say try them all. Go out and find, all of these different types of product that require a voice or music or sound effects and learn how to do those and then offer those to the world and enhance your skill set as you do it. So, I hope that helps you decide where to start, what to try. I hope that inspires you to try everything and then learn some new skills as you go along, and then in turn offer those skills to other people as well, on top of voiceovers. So, I hope that helps, and I really appreciate your time. If you found this video helpful, hit that like and subscribe buttons. I really appreciate that. If you'd like more information about me, my work, or how I can help you get started in voiceover, check out my website at voiceoverangela.com. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.